If you're not tired of watching iPhone 14 unboxings, I'm sharing mine today, obviously, as well as why I upgraded from the 13 Pro Max and how I'm setting up my new iPhone 14 Pro Max using some of those newer features that came with iOS 16. But first, a quick unboxing. Alright, with that unboxing, it's time to set up my home screens. And by the way, I am based in the US, so no more physical SIM tray for me. I had zero issues switching over to eSIM with Verizon. I did nothing but turn on the phone and confirm my phone number basically. So now onto home screens. My current setup is very messy. I have some old blank widgets that are not compatible with the iPhone 14 right now. I don't think those apps have been updated. And I do want to try a one-page home screen setup. I also want to go into each of my focus modes because they are also kind of a mess and I don't really use them because of that. And I'd like to. So I want to set up my phone in a few key ways based on popular activities that I do throughout the day. So driving, creating content, working out, sleeping, and a do not disturb mode when I really need to be focused and away from my phone. I'm starting with editing my fitness focus first. So I'm going to start by allowing notifications for fitness and health-centered apps, like the fitness app, of course, the tonal app, which is what I use to work out, and so on. I'm not silencing notifications for anyone as I don't really see the need to do that for this particular focus mode. I am setting up an automatic switch into this fitness focus mode whenever I start a new workout from my Apple Watch or anytime I go into the tonal app. Then I'm going to create a new page for my home screen, which I'll target for my fitness focus. I'm going to add widgets that would be super useful to me in that fitness mode, like my Apple Watch rings, sleep, my cycle, and music when I'm working out. Now that I have a home screen that I'm happy with for my fitness mode, I'm going to customize the lock screen as well. iOS 16 allows us to now add widgets and customize that lock screen. I'm probably one of the few people that actually like the default wallpapers that come out with big updates for new phones, and I've been a big fan of the ones for the pros. So I'm going to use these default wallpapers, but change the color of the theme depending on which focus mode I'm in. So for the fitness focus, I'll just go with silver. Now there's not many lock screen widgets yet, but the big ones I'll need for my fitness focus are the Apple Watch rings, the battery percentage of my Apple Watch, and I'll just throw weather in there because hey, it might be important. And after quite a bit of time, I set up all of my home and lock screens to coordinate with my focus modes, and I've set them up very similarly to how I set up my fitness mode. So first up, we have the home and lock screen, what they look like without being in an actual focus mode. I got a big stacked widget at the top with reminders, my favorite Notion pages, and tides since I do live near the coast. Smaller stacked widget on the left has a calendar and battery percentages, email, and maps. Rest of the apps on this page are pretty straightforward for that one-page home screen. Natural cycles is my method of birth control. It basically does what the Apple Watch Series 8 claims it can do now, but I get an exact average temperature when paired with my Oura ring, which can give me even more info, like with my readiness, sleep, and activity levels. And then I do have a shortcut that I made. I paired this with a database that I have in Notion, so whenever I have an idea or something pops in my head, I just pull up this shortcut, type it out, and then I can organize it later in Notion when I'm by my iPad or my computer. And that's my whole setup. All of the other apps that I use on a daily basis when I'm not in a focus mode, I'll just use Spotlight Search because I was already in the habit of doing that on my phone already and using Spotlight Search on my Mac as well. So it kind of feels second nature for me to just use the search to pull up my apps. And with the iOS 16 update, this is a lot more fluid, and now there's kind of a permanent search button here at the bottom of the home screen. For my Do Not Disturb focus mode, it's the same home and lock screen setup as far as the apps go. So the only thing different here is the wallpaper telling me that I'm in this focus mode and that all of the notifications and contacts are silenced. And I have my lock screen auto dim to make the phone less distracting. My next focus mode I have up is sleep. Sleep actually auto dims my screen to the lowest level since I shouldn't be on my phone anyway at night. But if I am, the brightness won't kill my eyes as bad. I actually have a schedule set up in my sleep app or in the help app where it will trigger this focus mode from a certain time. So say 11:30, and then it'll automatically shut off at 8:30 or something. It coordinates with my actual sleep schedule. I do have Notion and reminder widgets for if an idea strikes while I'm sleeping. The sleep widget to remind me of my awful sleep patterns and to get back to it basically. And then a few apps that either relate to my health, since sleep is obviously a major component of your health. And then something for note-taking and kind of these inspiration type apps for when I need to kill sleep time with a scroll, but don't want to be on any of the heavy social media apps. My Create focus switches up the wallpaper again, of course. I have Notion, calendar, and battery widgets on the side. And then I have all of my social media and content creation related apps for making reels or TikToks, connecting with my audience, you guys, running automations for my studio lights or cameras, and so on. Here's another look at my fitness focus that I set up earlier in this video. All the necessary widgets and apps to kind of take in that info at a glance or to easily jump into a workout with some tunes. And then lastly, my driving focus is the exact same setup as my standard kind of non-focus style home and lock screen, except now that anyone that tries to contact me will get a message that I'm driving and that I'll get back in touch with them once I reach my destination. I found this incredibly useful because I somehow get contacted the most while I'm driving, so it leaves my phone notification clutter free while I'm trying to navigate. And that is the full unboxing and setup of my new iPhone 14 Pro Max. I got it in the new deep purple color. I absolutely love it. I do love the more pastel purples that I've seen Apple do before. So like with the iPhone 11 and the newer iPhone 12, I really like those purple shades, but I still think that deep purple looks pretty sick too. The dynamic island is a whole lot of fun. Big fan of the quirky character that it has. The new selfie camera is pretty wild. I feel like I can see the insides of my pores in natural lighting. Maybe I'll be able to take some headshot-worthy pics on the selfie cam. So now for the elephant in the room, why did I even upgrade to the 14 Pro Max when I had the 13 Pro Max, which is pretty much the same as the 14, give or take a few smaller features? My phone is actually the only thing that I have kind of a plan for that I pay in monthly installments. It's the only piece of tech I own that I didn't buy outright, and that's just because I pay one inclusive price through my carrier. I get loads of streaming services and other little perks for cheaper than if I got all of that separately. And it allows me to update my phone more often if I want to. I wasn't actually planning on upgrading to the 14 Pro Max until I saw that my monthly bill was like $20 to $30 less per month, so that is the reason why I upgraded. If you also have a phone plan, maybe check ongoing specials or savings if you do decide to upgrade. I found the savings to be pretty surprising and worthy of the upgrade this time around. If you upgraded to a phone in the iPhone 14 lineup, let me know which one and which color down in the comments. I'd be interested in seeing that. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!